because this is probably the best foreign that we've seen for a while. That is a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it may be your time when you're watching this video. Here's a 10 roll penny hunt. My books, I've got everything up to date with my books except for wheats. I need to find a bunch of Wheatie cents on here. But I went to one of the local banks, asked for 10 rolls of pennies, and this is what they gave me. I'm really curious. I usually see these three rolls. I'm not too worried about those, but these are some new wrappers I don't normally see, so I'm curious, especially on the ends. We got some, looks like a copper and some memorial on there. I did take a quick look. Now I gotta find which one. This one intrigued me. 50-cent pennies, New Jersey. I have never seen a roll like this one. It's with the white lettering on it, so I am curious on this one. And we got a nice dirty, can't even read the date on that one, on that side. And on this side, again, that's an older, a little bit more corroded, and that is a 1972. One of these, because I did look at some of the ends, I just gotta find which one now. Yep, this might be it. So on the end there, I got a nice 1964 Canadian. I'm going to be curious on that side, and on this side it's just a memorial, so I know we're going to have a foreign find in there. Let's see here. This one, another one, can't really, not going to be able to see that, but that is a Canadian on that side. And on this side, is this the right one? Look at that. I got another Canadian, so I think I'm going to start with this roll as much as I want to start with the other one. I do have two Canadians in that roll, so I'm going to be curious to see what this brings up, if the rolls are any significance on there. Again, we're looking for corn, try that again. We're looking for foreign, we're looking for wheats. I'm just going to be curious to see. There's that first one here. Elizabeth II. That is a, flip the other way, 1969 Canadian on that end. What else did I see? A little damage. I mean, look how dark that roll is. I think hopefully we're going to find some luck. And on this side, oh, look at that. Let me get that zoomed in there. Back to back. There we go. Get the camera moved over here. Look at that. So the one side had the 69. This was the other Canadian ender here. Flip that the right way. And, oh, I'm liking that. That is a bird scent. 1967. Do like finding those bird scents. And then this one, 1970. So look at that. Three finds that first roll. What was that? 67 bird scent, 69, and 70 Canadian. Just going to go through here real quick. I'll look at everything. Oh, look at that. There's another Canadian, 1964. Look at that. These are in some good conditions. 1968. 65. Another Canadian. 1969. Put that one over there. 64. Holy crap. You'd think this is a not an American roll. Looking at that. Look at that. Now what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. And that's a 65. Again, another 65. 70s, 60s. So these are all 60s and 70s pennies here. This is going to be a fun one to go through. I'm going to have to go through that. But every one so far it looks like are 1967. No wheats in there. Look at that roll. 1964, 1965, 1967 bird scent, 1969, and 1970 Canadian. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Canadians in the first roll. This is going to be an exciting hunt. Can't wait to see what else comes out. Alright, so now I'm back. The second roll here, I'm going to do this one. That first roll were all 1960s and 1970s. 100% copper roll. And again, we had 8 Canadians in that one. Now I'm curious on this one. See if see what's going to come out of this one, if that's there. Look at that, the Canadians already fallen out front. That looks like it's another 100% copper roll. Got a couple dark ones here. That's just going to be the toning. Yeah, bit of corrosion. I'm going to pull that out. Look at that one. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Canadians. This is definitely going to be a foreign finds here. What do we have here? We have, oh, another bird scent. 66, 64, 64, 69. Look at that. So let's just put those off to the side here, do this real quick. I'll be curious. That was 70s, 70, 70, 70s, 70, 70. Oh, another one. Another bird scent. Wow, that's 3 bird scents in one. Let's see here. Oh, and another one. This is going to turn this into a foreign find video. And another one. 3 back to back. Another bird scent. Third in a row, 65. I swear this is a mix of the exact same roll. And another one, 68. Shift that over. And another one, 74. I think that's the newest one that we have here. And yet, two back to back. And another one coming up. We have here 62, 63, 72, and yet another one. Holy crap. Back to backs again, folks. Oh man. What do we have here? 66. Put that one there. And the 69. That one there. No Wheaties. Well, look at that. Switch over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm going to do this one. That 74 is in good condition. That might be an upgrade. Let's put these in order here now too. So there's another 64, 64, 65. Oh, I got those backwards. 66, 67s, 68, 69, 72, 74. Alright, so here's another 65, 65, bird, 69, 69, 70, 72, 74. 2 rolls, if you can believe it. I can't believe it. This is going to be a fun video here. 2 rolls in. Everything between 1959 to 1974, or no, I did find a 76 memorial. So it's 59 to 76 so far. 100% copper rolls. But look at these Canadians that I found. Yeah, 6 and 6, 12. What is that? 12, 22, 24. If I counted that right. 1962, 63, 4, 5, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Missing the 71, 72, missing the 73. Look at that. 62, over a decade worth of Canadians so far. Ooh, what a fun video this is going to be. Hey there, folks. Just coming in for a quick little zoom on this one. Let's see if we can get this to Gina. The A pointing to the bead. I know it's hard to see in this one. And the other one we look for here is Elizabeth 2. That first I in the 2 is pointed right in between the beads. So what that means is when we look at our Canadian group, zoom up, there we go. That is the filler for the Canadian 1965 large bead, and I do have the small bead up there. So we have filled another spot in my Canadian album. It's getting filled up there pretty nicely. Alright folks, let's see where we're at here now for the summary. Took me a little bit longer to put this all together than I initially thought. But here we go. I'll give you the countdown on this. Let's see if I could adjust the light just a little bit there. Alright, so this whole pile here, that's the 1960s. I mean, like you can see throughout all of these, some of them are in really good condition. So I did have maybe 3 or 4 that were upgrades, but we had 196 from the 1960s, 204 from the 1970s, and the same thing. Some of these were just in really good condition. And coloration on that, I mean, these are a little bit of wear, but not much for the toning. Not really getting into some of the browning, like some of these other ones are a bit more brown, but good nonetheless. 1980s were not as productive. Careful there. What did I have for the 80s? I had 35 in the 1980s and just the one 1982. All 10 rolls were copper, 1982 to 1959, which are also mixed here in with the 60s. So somebody just unloading their copper, I guess. But on the flip side of it, all of these, that is all Canadian coins. Wait till you see what we got with our Canadian. I'm going to start off at this end just because this is probably the best foreign that we've seen for a while. That is a King George, and that was the last year. Flipping the wrong way. That's a 1952 Canadian King George, and we do have then with the 1953 is where we start seeing the young head of Queen Elizabeth on there. So nice piece on there. So those were the 250s, 52, 53. Then I had, focus, then we had 2 from 61, 2 from 62, 2 from 63. 64 was a popular year. We had 13 of those, 10 from 1965, and that's when we start seeing the other shift from the young head to the more modern. Queen Elizabeth, 1965. It's in the wrong pile. 1966, we had 9 of those. We were also able to find some not the best of condition, but 1967 is the bird scent. We did get 4 of those in this group. We had, focus, there we go, 12 of the 1968. 1969 only gave us 4 of them, but then we also had, make sure, yep, 2 from the 1970, 1 from the 1972 with a little bit of corrosion on the end there, and 1 from 1974. So when we look at that spread, I'll put these in order, 52 and 53. That's a lot. I didn't even total that up. How many? I stopped counting after 30. But if I do this 30, let's see here, 41, 45, 49, 52, 4, 6, 8. So we had 58 to 60 Canadian coins in that haul. So that's everything, guys. I mean, look at that. 100%, 10 rolls, 100% of copper Canadian. Let's get this overlaid off, give you a little different coloration look there so you can see some of the darks, the shines, good condition, mediocre condition. It is what it is. But so there it is. How many of you guys, this is a first for me, I've never seen 10 rolls of copper like this, nor having so many Canadian worked in there. What were your experiences? What were your stories? What do you think about this haul? I don't know what I'm going to do with all these yet. They'll come in a future video, I'm sure. How I'm going to store these, do these. I did finish with the 1965 Canadian. I was able to find both the large button and the small button, and I needed that large button for my album, so I did get a fill for my album out of this hunt. But I appreciate it. You guys take care. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you again for watching, subscribing, liking. Make sure to press that like and that subscribe button. Really appreciate any and all that support. Share your stories. Make those comments below. Love to hear a little commentary on this copper and foreign finds. And would just love to hear from you guys. So have yourself a wonderful evening, day, morning, whatever it is at your time when you're watching this video. Until the next time.